All right, I guess we can start now.
You say that like every time you're like, I guess we can start. I guess we gotta shoot a Wildcast.
Whatever.
I just have no energy doing this over Zoom.
It's okay. I don't have like any energy for anything at all.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Wildcast. Welcome to the Wildcast, where Studio 76 does a podcast. I know it's short, but it's gotta last. So sit down and enjoy, you'll have a blast.
Welcome to the Wildcast podcast, everyone. Today we have two people from studio joining us. We have Sidney and Rachel, who are going to be with us in the fall. And Cameron's still here. I haven't gotten rid of him yet.
Paperwork hasn't gone through yet.
Yeah, we'll get through it. We'll get him.
Well, Sidney, you've never been on here before, so do you want to introduce yourself and what you do at studio?
I'm Sidney. Starting in the fall, I'm going to be doing the studio manager position, which I'm going to need to learn a lot about. This is going to be my fourth year at Weber State, so I've got only like a few more semesters left. So it's going to be a lot of fun getting to work on campus. I've been a working student like my whole time here, so it's going to be a change of pace, and I'm really excited.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, now we have nothing to talk about.
Huh? Yeah, that was it. We had cats and...
Hi, everybody. No.
Cameron, do you have any pets?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have
You
any
saw my dog
regrets?
that one time.
When did I see your dog?
She put her head up on my lap.
Yeah. So
She's
big dog.
80.
I used to have a big dog. I had a big dog, he was just a lab.
Mm-hmm.
And he was supposed to stay outside, but he was 1/4 border collie, so he was pretty smart. And he could open doors with his paws.
Oh, that's what my dog does.
Scratching and stuff, and then the back door just opens like any day that it was raining because he was just scared of the rain, and he'd just come like plowing through the whole house. It was like he was streaking. He's just like, woo!
See, that's what my dog does, except with the screen door. She like shoves her nose into the side of the screen door and like jams it open and gets in.
I'm just waiting for the day my cat is big enough to start opening doors. She's a beast.
The thing is, he used to not be able to because we had like these round doorknobs, but then we switched to they were like oval, so he could get his paws around it. And so one day he just started coming in the house, and I think it was one day we got home from somewhere, and he's just sitting in our kitchen, and I'm like, how are you in here? Yeah. That was a smart dog.
I'm so glad that my cat can't open doors. It's not for a lack of size. My cat, he's not like the biggest cat, but he's extremely long. And but he's also extremely stupid, and I'm so grateful every day.
Yeah, my cat is beautiful and elegant and not at all graceful. Like, she looks like she would be like the most beautiful, wonderful, graceful cat in the world, and then she like falls out of her cat tree once a day. She just rolls over too far, and you'd think she would learn by now.
Yeah, but
no,
animals don't have that capacity.
No, especially, well, my other cat probably would. Not this one.
Mm-hmm.
My current dog, she's small, and she will try to jump on the couch, and she'll short it sometimes and straight up face plant right in front of you. You're just like, what are you doing? Ah, yes.
All right. Guess we can move on then.
Yeah. Talked about dogs and cats.
All right. So I saw this movie 2 days ago, I think. So my parents had this movie is called Jackie Chan Kung Fu Master. And I was like, what is this movie? Sure, I guess I can try it, whatever.
I think it's
Right,
about
so-
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I
He's playing
figured
a
it
kung
was
fu
about Jackie
master.
Chan.
It's what my bet is it's on
So-
Jackie Chan.
I play the movie. It's on DVD, so they have like all the commercials before the movie, right? Which are like the best part,
Oh yeah.
in my opinion. And like all of the commercials had, it's by Phase 4. You know this studio? I assume you guys don't because of what I've seen. It's total garbage. But
Ah,
It sounds familiar, like vaguely familiar.
like
Marvel Phase 4, the studio.
all their commercials were like Phase 4, and then it would do the commercial, and then go back and go Phase 4, and then go back and do another commercial, and then Phase 4. Like, just do it once. They're all by Phase 4. Why are you doing
Yeah,
it
Phase
every
it's
one.
Phase 4.
But there was this one commercial, and it was like this kid who's like getting beat up at school or whatever, and then he decides to like want to go into boxing or whatever, and then what's his name? Stone Cold Steve Austin is like a janitor or whatever, and he starts teaching him how to box. And I'm like, this is just a plot of $1 Million Baby, isn't it? But way worse because it looks like garbage. Because the
For
kid's
the
like,
art of self-defense.
but it's not boxing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Anyway, so after I watched all these garbage commercials by Phase 4, I actually got to the movie, which is also by Phase 4.
Phase 4, Jackie Chan.
And the movie starts out with like this girl flying through the air, Chinese style, like on the wire. You know what I mean? That like
Mhm.
anti-gravity thing. So she's like flying through the air, and she like lands on the ground, and then there's like all these guys surrounding her, and then she just starts like beating up on them, but it's like really low frame rate, and so you can see like a little bit of a blur.
Oh, like the early 2000s fighting
Oh.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah,
I
it
know
was
what you're
bad.
talking about.
And they start fighting, and then Jackie Chan shows up out of nowhere from like this balcony way over there, like 3 miles away. And then he like after this is after she's already like beating up all the guys, no problem. And then he shows up and he's like, I'm here, like badly dubbed. And then he like jumps off the balcony and he lands there and he starts beating up the guys too. And he's like, I'm here with you. And I'm like, she doesn't need any saving though. She's clearly got this.
The guys are on the ground. He's just like
Got it.
curb stomping them. Here.
I just think it's funny that this is surprising because I like I know that this is like Jackie Chan's whole aesthetic, right? Like the whole there's like parodies a dime a dozen of this kind of like low frame rate, like badly dubbed kung fu movie kind of thing going on. Yeah, that's very, very
That's his MO.
classic Jackie Chan.
Well, if you look at like his stuff when he was actually like directing and stuff, it was like really good.
I'll be
Because he
honest,
would
I
like,
didn't know Jackie Chan directed. I didn't know that.
yeah, that's like his best kung fu movies, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, they're all in Chinese though, so you have to watch it like sub.
I just like Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh my goodness,
The
I
cartoon.
watched
Oh, the
that. I
cartoon?
remember that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
so
didn't know
whack.
much about Jackie Chan, I guess. I don't know any of this.
Now you know. Jackie Chan had a
Now I-
cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a point where like the bad guys start complaining because Jackie Chan like threw a bus on him or whatever.
That's so mean.
Yeah.
Have you
they should
never
do a
seen
Chuck
Jackie
Norris.
Chan Adventures, Logan?
No.
It was
Why
on
would I?
Netflix for a while. It's amazing.
Like, when did it come out? Like, when was it
Like,
running?
2000s?
yeah,
early
it's-
2000s, I think.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I haven't watched
I-
it since I was, I don't know, since I was pretty young. What was it? Was it on Cartoon Network that ran it, or was it Disney?
I think it was Cartoon Network.
My
don't
parents didn't let me touch Cartoon Network, and I hated Disney, so
Yeah.
that basically.
this-
Like
Well, I mean, last time I watched it, I was like 16.
I was
so-
a Nickelodeon kid. That's why I'm weird now.
Well,
Yeah, that
I
tracks.
remember this show
Yeah.
feeling like nothing like Cartoon Network or Disney because it was all done by Jackie Chan. He was like
Yeah,
wrote
I
it and
remember.
directed it or something. It was like super Chinese, and it just didn't feel like anything like all these other cartoons. But it
No,
was
yeah, it
still really
didn't have-
whack.
Yeah, it didn't have any like particular feel to it that like defined it as a certain station. I can't remember. I just couldn't remember which station ran it.
Yeah.
Cartoon Network ran some pretty interesting things during that time though.
Yeah.
Personal favorite is Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Oh man, if Collins is on here right now, he'd freak out.
Yeah, he had a segment for a while on this show where he just like talked about the latest episode of Clone Wars.
Yeah, that was the last time I was on a
Oh my
live show.
gosh.
Or not a live show, but like an in-person show. I just like
Mhm.
tuned out for like 10 minutes while he
Oh
talked
my
about Clone
gosh.
Wars.
That's all he
Oh my
talks
goodness.
about.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars is like deep lore though, and when I saw like some Clone Wars characters in Rogue One, I was like, "Mom, oh my,
Wow.
this is from the Clone Wars," and my mom's like, "I know," and I like was halfway through the Clone Wars, and my mom was like, "Why didn't you watch this with me?" And I'm like, "Mother, I didn't know," and she's like, "Well, we have to start over now," and I was like, "Okay, Mom." And so yeah, I have Disney Plus now because I gave in to the beast, and we're gonna watch Star Wars Rebels because adult Ahsoka, and I am going to cry a lot because
Flying
that's
with lightsabers.
yeah, and there's like I don't know. I watch like action shows, and I'm sitting there like, oh my sweet precious child. I watch a I don't know if any of you have seen the anime My Hero Academia.
Hmm.
Little bit.
I love that anime so much. But seriously, like one of the characters will like punch out like the side of a mountain or something, and I'll be like, my precious son, my sweet son,
He's
too
a
good
baby
for this
boy.
world. Yeah,
Yeah, I watched all of season 1 in My Hero Academia in one sitting and didn't absorb any of it, and then just never watched any more of it.
Wow.
So I kind of watched it and then didn't really.
you have to like
That was a lot and a little.
that is
Basically.
like a lot of season in a short amount of time. There's always a lot going on in that anime, and it's like a classic shonen, so it's like arcs that just last forever and ever. But I like it more than most of the classic shonen I've seen, just because I don't know, like lots of soft boy characters, lots of self-contained arcs. I'm into it.
Well, speaking of classic shonen, they recently put One Piece on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that one popped up on my suggestions the other day.
Yeah, but it's like the weird, like, censored version.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it
Yeah.
when Netflix does that.
I was like, what are you doing? No!
I know. I don't like it when they put older anime on Netflix for that reason. I really like Hulu when they do anime. They did like the complete uncensored like no hiding the gay Sailor Moon. And I've been
I
watching
heard about that. Where they're not
It's so
cousins
good.
anymore.
No, there's like two of the villains in the first season are boyfriends. Like they've got like pictures of each other that they like longingly look at. One of them dies in the other's arms. It's so good. It's like the most fishy kind of thing I've ever seen in my life. My friend is really big into Sailor Moon. So I've been watching it, and there's like a lot of like I don't know. It's still very campy. It's still very
Right.
like
I
there's
mean,
some
it's
like
still
90s
Sailor Moon.
cheesiness. It still says Sailor Moon, but they didn't like cut out any of the queer aspects, and it made me really happy. So
They didn't do like 4Kids did to Pokemon and say, "Look at this donut," as they hold up a rice
Oh,
ball.
yeah.
It's a jelly donut.
I know.
Well,
Yeah,
so
and I
I've never
don't.
seen Sailor Moon, but what the heck did you mean by they were cousins? That doesn't sound like a gay thing. That sounds like a.
No, two of the sailors.
That's how
Which
they
ones are they?
censor it.
I never watched.
Okay, it's Sailor. Okay, it's Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus. They are canonically in the manga. They are girlfriends. They're lovers, and the anime tried to like, and they don't come until like I think the third season or something like that.
In the
Um,
Japanese version, in the original one, they kept it like they did in the manga. But then when wasn't it 4Kids who did Sailor Moon back in the day too?
I
Because they
think
were
so.
really bad about that.
Yeah,
They
I think
decided that kids couldn't handle the gay and changed all of the dubbing and everything to say that they were just really close cousins.
yes.
And it was really weird.
Yeah.
Hardcore Moonies call that the Viz Media dub. And yeah, they're like, yeah, they really tried to make it not gay. The two characters I was talking about in the beginning, the ones that are like gay lovers, the villains, they made one of them, like the Viz Media dub tried to make one of them like a girl the whole time, which kind of works because he has like kind of like a cherry blossom motif and like long glorious, so they kind of got it to work. But yeah, so they were like, the Americans can't handle the gay, and then they
The American
Yeah.
kids.
Well,
Yeah,
when did
protect the
this?
kids.
When did this air?
this was in I think probably like 94, 95.
That actually makes sense that they would do that for Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original first season came out in Japan in 92, so it's been a while.
They probably would have gotten a lot lower viewership.
Yeah,
In the 90s.
Yeah,
They
in
probably
the
get more
90s.
now.
and it wasn't, of course, the only thing that I've seen that they cut up. They cut up Neon Genesis Evangelion. Before that, they cut up the original Voltron, and they have some episodes of the original Voltron on Netflix, but it is so cut up that it's really, really, really hard to watch.
Dang.
Like, it gave me a headache. It is so badly cut up.
This is my Clone Wars. I have no idea like what any of this is. I'm just doing my
I know
best.
most of it from osmosis. As a kid, I literally only watched Pokemon. Like
Me
that
too,
was it.
same. That's a big mood. I am a fake Pokemon fan. I watched Indigo League as a kid, and then I learned all my other Pokemon stuff from very mildly playing the games and watching a little bit of Johto, and
I think
that's
I
about
watched
it.
up to Johto. I haven't really seen most of the new. I've seen some of the
Oh, I
new
thought you said
movies.
JoJo. I was like, wait, what?
You know,
No.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah,
That's in the
when he just
Pokemon
comes in the
verse.
Pokemon League.
I'm crying. I don't know. I'm a super nerd. Like, I go to Anime Bonsai every year. I'm like cosplayed at Comic-Con, though I really don't like Salt Lake Comic-Con because
I have an Espeon tattooed on my ribs, so that's where I'm
well,
at personally.
there you go. Yep. I've got a poster of Ray in my room. If I slant that, maybe you can.
Oh, there she is.
Oh yeah.
I have like all this Ray memorabilia everywhere because I love her, but then like people ask me who my favorite Jedi is, and I'm like, oh, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, there's just no Obi-Wan in the new ones.
I'm
I know, it
excited
makes me
for
really
the
sad.
series. I'm excited
Yeah.
for the series though. Not necessarily I do like Obi-Wan, but I just am a fan of high budget TV, which I
Oh,
always talk about. I love high budget TV. It's my favorite. I'll get Disney
Great.
Plus just for those shows. Yeah.
I
Now,
like
are
high
they-
budget TV, but I also really like low budget TV.
I do not like low budget TV.
Like the old
I'm
Star
starting to
You
get
Trek.
didn't
sick
like
of it.
Scooby-Doo?
Oh,
Yeah, like Scooby Doo.
Scooby-Doo's not low budget. Don't go after my
Oh no,
Scooby-Doo.
no, the old stuff,
Yeah.
buddy.
Oh, the old
I
stuff is
love
low
Scooby-Doo.
budget.
Yeah, they had like
It's
so
$2
good,
for every
though.
episode.
But yeah, they cut as many corners as they possibly could, and it's so much fun.
Hmm.
Don't even get me started on low budget Star Trek because that's my favorite. My parents are huge Trekkies. It's not my main thing, but my parents like had me watch all of Voyager and Deep Space Nine and
Yeah, me too.
the oh my goodness, Next Generation. But let me tell you, for some reason, Next Generation, though I loved it, I loved all the characters and everything. Something about the background music just put my teenage self to sleep every time. So I would be like, I'd be watching it and I'd be really into the plot. And I'd be like, oh yeah, we're at the Borg part. This is great. And then like 10 minutes later, I'd be out. Like, like, I don't know. That was how you got high school me to sleep. But maybe high school me was just sleep deprived.
Could be.
That could have
That's
been
probably,
high school.
yeah.
Mood.
Yeah, I dressed as a Vulcan for Halloween when I was 7.
Bless
So,
that. That's so good.
yeah, I did 7 of 9 for Halloween a couple years ago.
Ooh,
I
I love
made
that.
latex prosthetics for it. It was fun.
7 of 9 is so good. I love her so much.
Voyager is my jam.
Oh,
Voyager
I love
is my
Voyager.
absolute favorite.
I know Janeway is my favorite captain. I'm like, she's awesome. Kate Mulgrew. I saw her in. I think she was in Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah,
and
she was the
like,
cook.
I was like, look who it is.
It's Captain Janeway, but she's Russian now and old and in jail. Oh, Captain Janeway, where did you go wrong?
I know.
Well, have you guys seen Firefly?
Oh, absolutely.
I haven't
You
actually.
haven't?
I don't know
So,
what any of this is.
oh my gosh.
Vulcan.
I've been like, I don't know what any of this is. I'm just sitting here like, yes.
I just realized if I lean over like this, Zoom picks up my clock.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I know I am many things, but a brown coat is not one of them.
I mean, it's only like 14 hours start to finish.
Yeah.
Oh really? Well,
Yeah.
you know, it's something to.
They got canceled halfway through its first season.
That's so sad.
I know. And then they
So-
made a movie so they could finish it, and that's it. That's all they got.
What I can't figure out is that a high budget TV show or a low budget TV show? Because there's some
don't-
points where it's like there's a lot of money went
it's
into
in
it.
I think it's in the middle. There's medium budget TV shows.
Yeah, well, there's like a lot of points where it looks like they just kind of cut some corners there.
Yeah, they probably used up their budget somewhere else and went, oh shit,
Yeah.
That honestly sounds like I haven't watched a lot of Doctor Who, but that sounds like about the production quality of Doctor Who. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I do
they
agree
like
with.
really went for it, and then sometimes I'm like, what are all these men in foam costumes doing?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's this exact same hallway set that they used for the last 6 episodes. What are you guys? You
Yeah.
guys use it all up on the CGI, or
I'm like, love that acrylic paint. That looks great.
yeah.
See, that's why I like TV shows that know their limits, and they know what they don't like what they can't do because it would look bad. I like those ones that are more reserved, but they don't have they don't try.
Were you a Game of Thrones fan?
I never watched it.
I'm a big fan of the scene in Game
never
of
watched
Thrones
it.
where the mountain cuts open a dude's guts and all of his guts spill out, and it's like so obviously just linked sausages.
Oh.
Like 100%, it's just linked sausages.
I love the I've never seen Game of Thrones, but I love the coffee cup episode. Like somebody's coffee cup was just left like on screen.
Oh,
all
I think it was
know-
Emilia Clarke's. Was
Yeah.
who it was. Yeah.
all I know about Game of Thrones is that when the last season came out, everybody I knew was so mad. Like I had some coworkers that were like big Game of Thrones fans, and last season they threw just the biggest fit. And I was like, I have no idea what this is about, but I'm living for it.
So the big issue, from what I understand, is J.R.R. Martin still hasn't written the last book. So they like did all these seasons that had source material, and they deviated a little bit, but they mostly stuck to it. And then they have this one season where they don't have source material, and they completely screwed it up.
So they just pulled a Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh,
Full
man.
Metal Alchemist is different because Full Metal Alchemist actually had the writer working on it, and she wrote a different ending so that it didn't spoil her manga.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I love Full Metal Alchemist. I'm a big fan. I've seen the original and Brotherhood multiple times, and I like that they complement each other even though they are different.
I need to watch 2003 again because I watched it and didn't absorb any of it.
2003 is like the 2003 one is a lot more of like the like little like the beginning of the show is a lot more like the little adventures where like Ed is younger and they go to like I don't know, they go to like mining towns and do some little like episodic adventures that they kind of just like skimmed over in Brotherhood because that was most of the 2003.
Yeah.
Well,
and then yeah.
we're gonna move on real quick because we're starting to run out of time. Gotta move out of the anime stage eventually.
I know. That's what you get for
Thank
bringing me here.
you.
So.
I don't have any input.
It's
Nobody
time
wants to say
for
anything.
what's wrong with this picture?
Okay.
Oh boy.
No.
Sidney, you've never been on this show before, so I'll explain the rules real quick. So I'll show you a picture, and then you tell me what's wrong with it, and then that's it.
I love how you always explain the rules like that are pretty much self-explanatory.
Right, it's in the title.
He's done it about
like,
4 times now.
I was scared when he said the title, and now he explained the rules, and I'm even more scared. So.
What's wrong with this picture?
It's a drawing and not a picture. I don't.
It's technically a picture.
It's a picture of a drawing, yeah.
And it's a picture. It's like, what is that?
Oh, is
There's
it
just
that the
so
American...
much to take in.
Wait, it's that the American flag is the modern one with the 50 stars,
right?
Oh,
yep.
I see now. Yep.
We got you, Cameron. We got you.
So there's more wrong with this picture.
Oh, there's a flag over there, like on top of the tower, even though they still got the soldiers underneath. The heck?
And then, like.
Also, like, what's the cannon actually hitting in that picture? It's like shooting.
So he's hitting this guy.
Oh, yep, there's a cannonball right in his guts.
All right, he's fine. He's okay.
Yeah, he's just like, oh no.
Walk it off. Walk it off. Be a man.
Also, what is this guy doing here? He's like a drama queen, like.
It's like Renaissance painting. I mean, look at the guy in the bottom left corner too. Like he's dead, but he's not. He's just like, hey, stop shooting me.
The dramatic guy is how I look going through my everyday life. Let's see. There's.
Why is that plant against the wall white? You know, it's a plant.
What?
It's a plant.
Yeah, it's the same color as the. He forgot to paint it. No, to the left.
No.
To the left.
Yes.
That one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that might just be dead though.
It's just a super dry plant. Here's
the deal, Cameron. I think we're finding more wrong than you thought.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with this picture. When I first pulled it up, I was like, "There's something wrong there. There's something wrong there. This is perfect." And I didn't look at it any longer.
Hanging off the tower in the back.
You know where this is supposed to be?
San Juan Hill.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's the Spanish-American War.
The Spanish-American War.
Oh, yeah, so the flag does make sense.
This one?
No, the American flags.
Those
were modern by that time.
They still didn't have 50 states.
No, when.
Yeah.
However, I can't count all the stars on there either.
That's definitely not the
looks like-
shape that they had. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
That's the 50-star flag. It definitely didn't look like that before it was all 50 states.
I guess I
Oh
haven't
my-
seen the other flags.
There's like some soldier guys on the Spanish side that also look like they weren't colored in.
I want to know what the
Um,
guy's doing climbing up the tower. Like, whose side is he
This
on?
guy?
Because he's wearing white, and like both sides wearing blue here.
I know. Like, why is everybody wearing blue except for
Why
like
is it-
4 people?
I can
Yeah, they're
never
all,
tell.
like-
Did he forget? Did he
They're
forget
all
to
wearing
paint
the
that
same
guy
color.
too?
I mean, the way that these guys are shooting down here, they probably just shot these guys. They're just shooting the guys right in front of them. They're like, "Oh, this one's easy, bang." He's not even looking at me.
Anyway, yeah, that's what's wrong with this picture.
There you go.
Yay! Good bit.
Yay.
Good. This has been a successful bit. Applause. Applause.
I feel like we need more bits in this show.
Yeah. Logan, you have to come up with a bit now.
I've just come up with a bit.
Mhm.
Immediately at once.
Yep, right now.
Right now.
We have 10 seconds.
Wait, 10 seconds?
What's your bit?
What's my bit? That's the bit. What's my bit for today?
You can't just say bit.
The bit.
Bit is how many times can he say
Bit.
bit?
Bit. There you go.
All right, well, we're out of time now.
That's my bit.
Thanks for watching and listening. Thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Watching my bit.
Yeah, watching his bit.
For sure. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't like the phrasing of that.
Yeah. No.
Now that you watched the Wildcast, you can go home and reclaim all the time that's passed. Thanks for watching, everybody.